Alright, that was 5 shots downrange at about 10 yards. And the reason why I have it set up as 10 yards, in this video, I am using my Gammo Whisper 22 caliber. And what I'm going to show you is, and I am using Gammo's ammo Rocket 14.5 grain, again at 10 yards with this setup. But I want to take this scope off because I have been going through and seeing some comments on some older videos about people saying that they can't get the scopes that came with the guns, their break barrels, to shoot and hold 0. And there could be a couple things to that. So one thing I'm going to show you right now is I'm taking the scope off, because now we know what this does with the scope. It almost one holes. I don't know what happened with that first shot down there, but the scope's coming off. And what I'm going to do is take 5 shots just using point and aim method, obviously, since I have no sights. But I want to see if the group's the same with the scope. And if it is, then that means the scope is pretty good. But if it's not, that means the scope or the ammo is the problem. Alright, that's a little high. Go ahead and add one more. And I also took about 10 shots before this to season the barrel with these pellets. So, that's out of the way. And I've never had a problem with the scopes that came with the guns. And I don't know if it's just because of luck, which I don't really think it is. It's because I shoot ammo that the gun likes, but also, you know, it changes daily. That's another thing. If it's really hot outside, the same pellet that shoots really good in cold weather isn't going to do well. And if it shoots really good in hot weather, it's not going to do well in cold weather because of the moisture in the air. Let's see here. All right, I see where it's hitting at. All right, so that says right there, without a scope, it is horrible down there. Horrible. So that means that it's the ammo. Let's put the scope back on and test this theory. I don't really care if the scope is zeroed or not. What I care about is if this is really making that big of a difference. And it tells you right now that it's the ammo. Because even without a sight, at this close to range, it should not shoot that bad. That's why I chose 10 yards, and that's what I recommend. You could either put up a target like I did, or you can throw a box out in the yard, 10 yards, close range to see. All right, I'm tightening this scope back on. I lost my Allen wrench in my pocket. And this will tell me right here if it shoots just as bad as it did without a scope, because because I was aiming at the same spot as a reference point. Because if you're shooting the wrong ammo, that can definitely cause a lot of problems for you using a break barrel air gun. Losing your torque settings and all that stuff. I mean, really the sky's the limit when it comes to break barrels. But once you figure them out, they're really super simple to shoot and stay zeroed and dialed in. So what I'm shooting now, like I said, was the Gammo Rocket 14.5 grain. And I could tell you right now from this, looking at the back of these pellets, the skirts are a lot deeper than the Crossman hollow points or piranhas or anything Crossman that I usually shoot. And that might be the reason why also. So if you just go to the store and pick one of these guns up and, you know, it doesn't shoot right, it could be the ammo that you picked for it. All right, let's see here. Where am I going to aim at? I'm not even aiming at the little sticker anymore. I'm just seeing if it holds. Yep. The ammo opened up big time. And I'm just laying this on this bog pod to shoot it because this gun isn't that sensitive. But you can see that the group opened up. Take last shot here. So they're shooting a little bit better, obviously, with the scope on, but 10 yards, it should be one hole. Now I'm loading up the Crossman piranhas, and I'm going to shoot those because they shoot pretty good, actually. All right, last pellet. I'm going to go ahead and shoot 5 off target to season the barrel. Well, you know what? Let's go ahead and shoot it on target so you guys can see these pellets getting acclimated in. One. There's 2. Same hole. There's 3 in the same hole. There's 5. All right, last 5. This will tell us right here if you're shooting the wrong ammo or not, and then you'll be chasing your shots all over the place with your scope. Oh, that one jumped on me. All right, it's going back in there. Last shot right here. Let's see if we can put it in the rest of them. Ah. Well, maybe it doesn't like the piranhas today either. All right, taking one last group, 3 shots, because they shoot pretty good, as you guys can see. Definitely better than the rockets. See if we can go 3 for 3. There's 2. Come on, baby. There's 3. Yeah, I'd say she really likes the piranhas, because obviously I've shot them before in this gun, and you guys seen it at, I think it was 30 or 25 yards, whatever it was. I was hitting cards with those pellets back to back, free-handed. But I just want to show you guys this because, again, it could be your ammo, the reason why you're chasing your shots all over the place. So here's the target down here. And so you can see the piranhas right here did a whole lot better than the Gammo rockets. Night and day difference. And again, that could be the reason why you're chasing your shots, because if I was aiming at a certain point without a scope and they were all over the place, and then I put the scope back on and they shoot decent but not as that great, and then the piranhas knock them out of the park, that could be it right there. That's the problem. It's the ammo that you're using. And it could also be because your scope, if it ever skids up and down your rail, your piston is bottoming out in your gun because there's not enough resistance from the pellet itself. And you, again, can see that with the piranhas. Wind about knocked my tripod over. So anyways, guys, I hope this video shows you as to why you probably have to chase your shots all over. Once you get it sighted in or think you got it sighted in, then it skips again, then it moves, and it's all over the place. So it basically comes down to finding that one pellet that causes enough resistance in your gun and shoots good. I prefer like the softer lead like JSPs, but I get it. Not everybody's going to go out and buy these guns, brake barrels, whether it's at a department store or online, and then turn around and spend $24 or $25 a tin of JSP pellets just to have some fun plinking in the backyard. But this shows you right here at 10 yards what these Gammo rockets were doing. That is not that great, whereas the Crosman piranhas were one ragged holes. Except one got straight away from me, but I mean, you can see here, the gun really likes those compared to those. So I hope you got something from this video, and I hope you see here as to why you're having scope problems. It boils down to probably the ammo is one of the reasons. And I'm not saying that the scopes that come with the guns are the best of the best, but obviously I've had them work on my guns for the past, 4 years or so, since I've gotten every brake barrel that I bought with the scope combo. And, I've hunted with them. They've hold zero for me. They shoot great. So I hope, again, this video shows you as to why. And the piranhas were very consistent from the point of aim to the point of impact where I was aiming at, where the Gammo rockets were not. Okay, so now to test this theory, again, with the Crosman piranhas, I'm going to go ahead and take the scope off again. And you already seen that the piranhas outshot the rockets, no problem at this distance. So, it should shoot pretty good without a scope. Fingers crossed. And this will show you right here. Now you can see, even without a scope, it shot a lot better than the Gammo rockets down there at 10 yards. I mean, I could literally hit anything I wanted if I really wanted to. I just wanted to add that in just to show you guys the Gammo rockets were everywhere, but piranhas aren't, even without a scope on.